This is Shout Podcast Plus. Exclusive content available in between our regular podcast episodes. AJ, you have got 5 top tips on how we can increase our mental wellness and improve resilience. So please share them.
This sounds like your 5 top tips to remaining healthy, which in a way is what it is. There's a real importance about looking after yourself and having some sort of strategy that works for you. Don't compare yourself to somebody else, because somebody who likes running a marathon will be completely different for somebody who actually would enjoy doing some meditation or some really calming Tai Chi or Pilates and things like that. So look at what works for you. And what I would also add in there, if I may, is that a lot of people feel that self-care, making time for themselves, is selfish. It's not. If you feel better, both mentally and physically, you are then more able to offer help to somebody else and be there for somebody else. So it really is probably the most important thing you can do. The other one that links into that is sleep. Now, I'm mature enough to remember when having no sleep or being able to write essays and be up for 24 hours and work your socks off, and I've done 12 hours work today and only 2 hours sleep, was something that everyone sort of considered a real accolade. However, all the research shows that sleep is absolutely essential for your well-being in all areas. If you sleep well, you can make choices better, you've got more energy, you're less tearful, you're less grumpy, your body works better. Sleep is absolutely key. Nurture it. One of my other top tips is talking, and meaningful talk with somebody if you're troubled about something, and also really nurturing that whole support network. If you can spread your misery around, you can revisit person number 1 once you've bored them, and number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, number 6, you can go back to person number 1. Really useful. And different friends can help you with different things. No one person can do everything, so it's worth having a really important network. One of the other things I would say is think about how you react to manage or cope with challenges, both at home and at work. If you have a normal style of reacting, so for example, you tend to, I don't want to say be angry, but become quite angry when you're faced with something that you don't like. Just work out whether you can actually just take a moment, take a breath, and actually listen to what's being said and what's happening before you react. I would also say there's real value in having a plan A, a plan B, maybe a plan C, so that you've got options and choices. One of the other things is control what you can control. You may not be able to control what's happening in the work environment and actually what's happening in the world at the moment, but there are some small things that you can control, and even those small things can help you feel as though you're making a start in actually managing your life and how you are in it and how you're working in it. So that's 5. I would really like to put in a sneaky 6th.
Okay.
Please.
Go on then.
If you need help, ask for it. One of the real fundamentals I've found with the fire and rescue community as a whole, and I have been honoured to meet quite a few people who've worked in the fire and rescue service historically or are still there in a wide variety of roles. En masse, they help others. I've never met a community like it. They want to help others, they want to help people, and they really get something from that. So if you are in the fire and rescue community and you need help, you're actually giving somebody else a gift. And don't forget the Firefighters Charity, because we have so many services that you can call on. The website's got loads of information. We've got loads of volunteers out there. We are there for you. So that sneaky sixth really isn't sneaky, because it underpins all the others.
It was definitely worth it, AJ. So just to recap, those top 5 then. Number 1 is just get yourself some me time. Number 2 is the sleep. That's so important. Talking things through and getting that support network, number 3. Planning how you're going to manage or cope with these challenges, work or home, whatever. Just get yourself a plan is number 4. Controlling everything, what you can, not everything, just all the things that you can, even the little things. And then your sneaky 6th, really, it's the big one, isn't it? It's just put your hand up and ask for some help.
Yes, absolutely. And you're right with things like the control and putting your hand up and asking for help. In a sense, sometimes all we can control or feel we can control is what we take in our pack up to work. In those points, that is actually when it really is essential for you to put your hand up and say, actually, I'm not doing okay. There is somebody out there who can help. And again, with our whole mental wellness, resilience, if we help each other, it just makes it so much easier.
Do you know what, though? Number 6 could be the hardest. It is quite a difficult move to ask for that help, isn't it? How do you know when and how do you do that in the first place? Is there any tip you can give on that?
There's a few. And I'm going to use a bit of personal experience here, as well as people who have come to the charity and had help. We can feel that it's a weakness. We can feel that actually we're very vulnerable, incredibly vulnerable, when you're saying, actually, I'm not okay. And certainly with the mental health aspect, I would say that's far more prevalent than with physical. And I think... And I'm struggling a bit with this, as you can tell, because I'm hesitating. But it is so tricky to just make a call, to just send a quick text message to your best mate to say, I'm not okay. You'll be astonished, hopefully, at the response. And certainly if you contact the charity, the guys on the phone, they're skilled. They make that first conversation as easy as they possibly can for you to engage with. And actually just saying to somebody, I'm not okay, can be enough. You don't have to make it. I was going to say you don't have to make a big deal out of it, but actually it can feel a huge deal to just say to somebody over a cup of tea, I'm struggling. But saying that allows somebody the gift of helping you.
And I also think that it's quite nice to do it the other way round. So asking somebody, are you okay? And I recently heard somewhere, ask twice. And I thought this was brilliant. So, you got someone, are you okay?
Yeah.
But are you okay? Do it twice. Just if you think someone is maybe just struggling a little bit, that's helpful too, yeah?
Yeah, absolutely. And I would also add in that, if you can, the face can be saying a completely different message to the mouth. So if you are face to face with somebody, whether it's on one of the apps or whether it's at work, there is value in actually looking at somebody in the eye and saying, are you okay? Makes a difference.
AJ, thank you so much. Really, really brilliant advice. And, just something for us to take in and have a little think about. And who knows when or where we might need to call on your top tips, but I'm glad that we've got them.
Yeah. And thank you for giving me the time to actually connect with people, because this is something that is so key for everybody.
You're very welcome. Thanks for joining us for this exclusive Shout Podcast Plus. To get additional articles and information, just visit our website. If you liked Shout Podcast, you're going to love My Firefighters Charity, the new social media wellbeing and fundraising app for the fire services community. Packed with great wellbeing content from the expert teams at the Firefighters Charity, you can connect with others, join groups, collaborate and have fun with your fire family friends across the UK. And you can get the advice and help you're after from the Firefighters Charity whenever you need it. Head to your app store, search for My Firefighters charity and register for free today.